Now, Iran has carried out a new space launch. It used a satellite launch rocket to send 3 research devices into space. Iranian state television showed footage of what it said was the firing of the launch vehicle. Defense Ministry spokesman Ahmad Hosseini identified the rocket as a Simog or Phoenix rocket. He said that the 3 devices were sent up to 470 kilometers and said that an operational launch could take place soon as well, as the research goals foreseen for this launch were achieved. Iran has one of the biggest missile programs in the Middle East and has suffered a series of setbacks, in fact, in the space program in recent launches. No one immediately said if the objects launched in this attempt did reach the orbit or not.
برای اولین بار ما عملکرد 500 ثانیه‌ای موتور مرحله دوم رو تو شرایط خلا و تو فضا داشتیم. ماهواره گرون قیمت نصب نکرده بودیم روی این ماهواره بر و عرض کردم 3 محموله تحقیقاتی ارزون قیمت بود و تقریبا به 100% اهدافی که مد نظرمون بود تو این پرتاب دست پیدا کردیم و به نقطه‌ای رسیدیم که انشالله میتونیم در آینده نزدیک بعد از این کار مقدماتی که انجام شد انشالله کار اصلی انجام بشه و ماهواره عملیاتی مد نظر ماهواره سازامونو.
In April 2020, Tehran successfully put its first military satellite into orbit. The launch drew sharp rebuke from the United States. Earlier this month, U.S. media reported that preparations for a launch were underway at Iran's Semnan Space Center. In February, Iran announced that it had launched its most powerful solid-fuel rocket to date. The rocket put a 220-kilometer payload into the orbit. The United States voiced concern about the launch, saying that the test could boost Iran's ballistic missile technology at a time when the two nations are inching back to diplomacy. Washington has also raised concern after the latest test launch, now saying that such moves show the need to revive the 2015 nuclear deal. The blastoffs have raised concerns in Washington about whether the technology used to launch satellites could advance Iran's ballistic missile development. A State Department spokesperson said that the United States remains concerned with Iran's development of space launch vehicles, which pose a significant proliferation concern. And Iran insists that its space program is for civilian and defense purposes and that it does not breach the nuclear deal or, in fact, any other international agreement. But U.S. State Department spokesperson contended that Iran's nuclear program is effectively constrained by the JCPOA. Now, Iran's new space launch comes when talks are underway in Vienna to restore the nuclear deal. The parties to the 2015 agreement with Iran saw it as the best way to stop Tehran from building a nuclear bomb. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.